Hi guys, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering,
are you free for coffee?
Welcome. By now, hopefully you guys have seen Bridgerton. The first four episodes.
Yes.
They kind of divided it up like they did with Penelope and Colin's
love
segment.
Story.
Yeah. So this time, the main story is about Benedict and Sophie. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't too much. I mean, I didn't dislike Benedict, but I mean,
you just weren't invested.
Mm-hmm. But I am now. I really am.
She is, guys.
So it's kind of the Cinderella effect. That's what the story is kind of about.
Yes,
there's a masquerade party that Violet Bridgerton is giving, and so you don't know who's who.
Yes.
So he is drawn to this woman. It really is a Cinderella thing. It's the evil stepmother, the two evil stepsisters. It's the whole story.
The whole story.
Instead of a shoe, she loses a glove. Now she knows who he is because he at midnight they take off their mask, but I think she knew anyway, or he tells her. But just like in the Cinderella story, she's got to be gone by midnight. So before I can tell you who I am and all the things she leaves a glove.
Yes.
So that's the story. Now we have not got the whole backstory yet. They're giving us
they're doing flashbacks,
in bits and pieces. So we're trying to piece it together. It's a bit of a mystery. The other storyline is Violet and
Lord
Marcus, who is Lady Bridgerton's...
No, Lady Danbury.
Lady Danbury's... that would have been incestuous, wouldn't it? Lady Danbury's brother.
Yes.
So last go round in Penelope and Colin's story, you saw the introduction. They kind of have a little traction. There's some stuff going on. Well, this time we're in it. So that is a great storyline.
In it and no pun.
Yes.
It was good.
It's awesome.
I feel like we were just as invested. We may have been, originally, we were more invested in Violet than we were in Benedict.
I am. I mean, because it's kind of the, later in life love story.
It is, but I love Violet, so it's so good.
That's interesting to me just because of my age. But it's a great storyline. They have great chemistry. It's wonderful. Another storyline is Francesca and John, which we saw last time.
But we met Michaela this time.
Well, we did. She was last time, just a glimpse, but we didn't, but it's a relevant storyline too of young people getting married that are inexperienced and
figuring it
out sexually and all the things. And especially when it's not like the Thunderbolt. There's not a lot of
fiery passion,
but there is a true love, respect, and they like each other. So it's not like they don't want to be together. But when there's fireworks, it's so easy to come together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You kind of fall into that where, because they did not,
they're
figuring it out. And that's kind of interesting. She's having a few issues. He might be having a little issue. I don't know. It is interesting and it's relevant. It is true to life.
It is true to life.
All those things. The other storyline is being friends with the Queen, Lady Danbury, and the Queen, who she is probably the Queen's oldest friend.
She is.
So she knows where all the bones are buried.
Besides Brimsley.
But then he's a servant, so he can't, by nature of the relationship, you can't really be a friend because you're a subordinate and you're paid to do what you do.
Yeah.
So Lady Danbury is really her oldest friend.
Yes.
And knows her the best. So that there's some issues with that. And Lady Danbury's getting to the stage of her life where she wants to live her life.
Yes.
For her whole life, she was married to a man she did not love
and didn't know.
She had children. There was that responsibility.
Yes.
She had things in the community that she had to do, and in their circle that she was expected to do. And really, the queen is probably, Lady Danbury is friendly with a lot of people, but that's probably her only friend.
That's
because
her best
the
friend.
Duke's mother was her friend, but she died.
Now the Duke's mother was her best friend,
and she passed away. But then she kind of he got caught up in her circle, like one of her children, because she was kind of looking out for him because his daddy was
crazy.
So she's finally getting to the stage of her life. Well, I want to do what I want to do. I want to travel. I want to see this. I want to do this. And she's kind of tied to the queen. So that's a very interesting storyline.
That is.
So if you have not seen,
it's worth it.
I honestly, the first one is my favorite, just because. Now I had this argument with Natasha, with my daughter, with all the things. Which one, who? Now for me, the first one was my favorite, just because it was new. It's the OG.
And guys, so the first one was Daphne and the Duke.
I love their storyline, albeit as kind of weird as it was, but it was so different of anything we've ever seen.
We haven't had that before.
The commingling, all the different races and ethnicities, and the palette, the color palette is just so, it's like cotton candy. It's like falling into Willy Wonka, kind of. It is on steroids, but in a pretty way. You just get sucked in. So it was so different. So that still is my number one, but this is my number two. Honestly, it really, really is. Now, I loved Anthony and Kate. I loved them. Did not like that they didn't stick to the book. I hated the pitting the sisters against one another for a man. I hated that. I hated that whole thing.
Now we understand the Viscount is gorgeous.
We get it.
But
now in the book,
get it.
We talked about this before. It didn't get that far.
Yes.
It was, the younger sister.
That was the issue, was letting it get
that far. But it kind of was a similar storyline. Yeah. But that was the storyline back then. You couldn't kiss, you couldn't touch, or you get married. So, I mean, even though it was a repeat, I'm sure it happened a whole lot. But in the book, she realized this isn't my
person.
And then there was another guy that they liked the same things. They like to read. They like poetry. They like
she had someone in the wings.
And so then Kate was kind of interested. She was like, "Oh yeah, you should be with him because y'all are more." And so
you're better suited for each other.
It was not. There was no competition.
Yeah.
And getting all the way up to the altar, I had a big problem.
Me too. If y'all standing here knowing y'all got feelings for each other.
And if my sister and let me get that far, like I would be so angry. And I didn't, that's what I didn't like. Their chemistry, awesome. The whole thing besides that I did like, but that makes me, it has to go down for me. But this storyline so far, and there's so many cool storylines, I'm really drawn.
This one is better because, I mean, really Daphne and the Duke, they're the foundation. You can't have Bridgerton without that foundation. So it is what it is. Now this storyline, there's something for everyone. Because you do have this Cinderella story, but there's a twist.
Yes.
And it's not just the glove. There's a whole twist to the Cinderella story
that we're still
discovering. This flower has started to blossom, but the peony is not open. And then, of course, I'm rooted in Violet.
Oh gosh, that's my favorite storyline.
I mean, I just was.
Well, in all the seasons, there's various storylines.
There are
some of them you don't care much about.
You know who didn't have a huge storyline? I expected it to be front and center. Is the fact that we all now know that Penelope is Lady Whistledown. And I just expected that to be bigger in this. And I'm going to be honest, it's not that big, which I like.
And then
I like that it's not.
It's almost massive. Like it seems like some people don't know. Doesn't it seem like that?
Oh, no. Only the inside people know.
Okay.
So everybody doesn't know.
Okay. So that's some of it.
But because the queen knows, I expected her. I just expected it to be a bigger part.
It's not all the subterfuge and espionage, her in the night. So that's really different. But
and guys, you left out. We left out Hyacinth, who
is hotter than day old chili. If y'all have a little teenage daughter that's kind of boy crazy, that's Hyacinth. She's kind of in it. And I think she's going to come out.
She snuck into 3 balls this season.
Like next year or something. Like she is chomping at the bit.
She is.
So that's kind of cute.
It's so interesting for Violet, which come on. We need like a fan fiction Violet story at this point.
Gosh.
Because now Violet, she has Lord Marcus and she's trying to navigate that. And how does that even work back
now,
then?
Mind you, I don't know, just women in general were not to be sexual.
Yes.
So for men had mistresses and all, and we've seen that because Benedict has all kind of folks that he's with, and Anthony had, and the Duke. Everybody had, and it's okay for a man, but not a woman.
It's not okay for a woman.
Even though she has been married and widowed, so it's not her first rodeo.
Yeah,
but
it would stand to reason.
I think she would still be in big trouble if it was known.
Oh yes.
So I think that's kind of a thing, and you're wondering, like, it's almost like where are they going to go with it?
Yes.
Because back then, it's not like you could have a perpetual boyfriend. Now, today, that could be her friend, her lover, and and we're fine with that. Like, cool. She knows
I don't
what she's
even
doing.
know if they could get married back then.
I think they could. They could. Now, because the Bridgerton, the title that's already done. Her son has that. He has a child, so that's taken care of.
Okay.
I think she'd be okay. I guess it just begs that think maybe she doesn't want to.
Yeah, that's true. I told you
which is really
she may just want to keep it the way it is.
I love that storyline for her.
None of us are mad.
Which is kind of surprising for Violet, because you expect Violet to be the one to. I want a man. I want to get married again, and she's not. She wants a man.
She's busy with,
or she wants her garden plowed. That's what she wants. I don't even know she wants.
And when I tell y'all,
besides that, she wants her garden plowed and planted and blooming.
Guys, we watched this together, and I don't know if we knew we were going to watch all 4, but I left. It was after midnight. I had worked that day. Came over. We grabbed food, all the jazz, and we watched it ahead of the little ice storm. Is that what it was? It was ahead of the ice storm. We had went to the grocery store and then we watched it. So
it was better than we thought. Because first, you think, we'll watch an episode. Okay, or 2.
No, I happen to like Benedict, so I
like him now.
I was more invested originally than Lisa.
He's a little wild for me and a little all over the place, but I mean, I think that's what at that age, that's where you are.
Yeah, that's my appeal.
So
with
I
him.
mean, it's.
3 times
mad about it, but I just wasn't invested.
You weren't invested. 3 times we're watching it. We're both like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, there was a lot of like, "Oh," moments, which is so great.
We didn't see that coming, but it was really good. Violet, I'm living for this because it's motherhood.
I wish she's
trying to parent Hyacinth.
She could have had a whole the Queen.
Yes,
a whole little thing
that's
of
what
her
I'm saying.
own.
I want that. That's
maybe
what I
they
want.
will.
Maybe they will. Maybe they will. And I'm gonna tell y'all.
Oh, you guys. Okay, this is a romantic in me.
What?
Maybe they'll get married, and that will be a whole thing. Like their backstory. The hill, the like mountains you have to climb to get to that. The kids, because he's got children too.
He has children.
So how everybody feels about you married my daddy, you married my mama thing.
Okay,
all of that. So that
he's
make
a widower.
Great storyline.
He's a widower. And then she's a widow.
And some flashbacks into each of their marriages. Which would be really. We've seen some of Violet's,
yes,
but there could be some other things of why I'm the way I am and why I want what I want and don't want some things. That's interesting. The second chance love story is very interesting. So they could do a whole shebang.
They could
of that. They could to me. That. Well, in the wedding, I'm not that invested in getting married, honestly. But just given the times, that's just what they did.
If they're going to go forward, if it's open that they're together, they kind of have to get married.
But I would love to see them pull that out and just do a whole thing around.
Okay, now guys, we were talking predictions. And one of my predictions, because we have yet to get to part 2. Part 2 comes out in about 2 Thursdays.
The 26th.
It's the 26th. So when this airs, it's like 2 Thursdays. Okay. I think some kind of way, one of the kids, prayerfully not Hyacinth, okay, just for age, and so not the 2 youngest. They're
nothing to blow on that fire.
Oh, baby, because it's already hot. They're gonna catch the mama. They're gonna catch Violet. They are. They're gonna catch the mom, and this is a good thing because the
Who
kids
would be the one that would be the most understanding?
Benedict would be the most understanding. Now I'm gonna tell you,
Daphne would.
Daphne would but Daphne's cool, not. We haven't seen her.
I wish they would make.
Now I'm gonna tell you the problem here, and I can't believe I'm saying this because this is my child's namesake, is Eloise. Eloise is being.
I don't think she would understand.
She wouldn't.
She
wouldn't.
She has. That's another story. I didn't get to that. She's decided she's going to be an old maid, which
she's on the shelf.
If they follow the books, she is older, especially not for us.
Yeah,
because I think she's 28. Which,
but she's a spinster.
For
damn
them, that's
them.
like ancient.
She's like a spinster,
and she marries a widower. So. That an older,
and
he's
I'm wondering
older
if we're
going
to see that. I do predict we're going to see that at the end of this season. I predict Violet.
Maybe they'll meet or something.
They'll meet.
I think we don't know. They haven't told us who's the next go round. Francesca. Now, okay, I'm going to tell you this, and it's sad, but Francesca is always a secondary character. She just is. Now, I don't know if they're going to move her up to be a main character. I don't know. And honestly, she's another one. She's like Penelope and Colin for me that just are not. I love them. I think they're beautiful. And
doesn't bring the heat.
They just don't. And we were talking about this. It's okay. I think Penelope is so cute. We talked about this. Best boobs ever.
They're gorgeous.
If you're having your boobs done, take a picture of Penelope.
Take a picture of Penelope.
That's what you
Seriously,
want.
Take it in.
And Colin is cute, but he's got a baby face. And it's not even that their story is unbelievable because it's not.
Yeah, friendship to lovers is
that's fine.
Normal trope.
Now they were a little heated up this time because Penelope is a little more. She's older. They're making her look a little more vamped up. So it's a little more watchable. But when this storyline, it's not fun to watch. You just have to, the Duke and Daphne, when you're pulling each other's clothes off.
Oh yeah, the passion.
The passion. That's what's fun to watch.
Okay.
Now, it's just true.
You've taken me right into my next.
Kate and Anthony.
and the Viscount. That's
all
true.
In the gazebo. That's fun to watch.
That gazebo took us out.
Colin and Penelope it's not real believable. It was better this season.
Yeah.
And, but they just don't have the heat. And I think Francesca's the same. And no matter who she's with, and
I disagree.
Not that she's not sexy, and
she's
I'm not
beautiful.
trying to. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't see it with her. Surprise me. They might very well surprise me.
Insert Natasha's next prediction.
Oh yeah, we know that it's Michaela.
She's gonna have the heat with Michaela.
Yeah,
and it's gonna knock your socks off.
And
I can't wait till we record that episode.
We'll see how Bridgerton pulls this off because they have this alternate universe of reality, in terms of,
race relations and commingling,
all the things.
Yeah.
So it might be where being gay is accepted. I don't know. Because Brimley has not been. I mean, they have it.
I don't think it's going to be
which
accepted.
There have been gay people all along, but they did what they did to be together.
Yes.
But I think she'll have the perfect cover.
Yes,
she'll have the best cover. So
they'll have to get pregnant.
To move to
the countryside,
Scotland or wherever he's from.
Yes.
Scotland, I think.
Yes.
So they'll be away.
That's where they're going to
living with the cousin
baby.
And the baby, and that's how they get their groove on.
Y'all know how I know she's going to have it with the cousin, because when the cousin pulls up in the carriage and all the jazz, when I tell you this baby couldn't speak.
Yeah, she kind of is a thunderbolt.
She was nervous.
At least the butterfly effect.
Yes, she doesn't even have that. She loves John. She absolutely loves John.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that she loves John, and I don't believe she's going to cheat on John.
Oh no,
I think
no.
That part of the book is going to range.
Some of it is like it's kind of like, but Daphne didn't have no trouble when she.
Child.
But I mean, she was inexperienced, but the Duke, of course, was not, so that helped. But I don't know how experienced John is because he's so shy.
No, because John told her, baby, I'm gonna slow this car down out of respect for you.
Well, that's true. So he's not. I mean, I don't think he's as out there as the Duke and Anthony were.
Oh, I agree, but he's more experienced than Francesca.
Than her, but it wouldn't take much to be. But we'll see. I kind of agree with her. I think that's how it's going to go. We'll see. I don't know if she's going to get her own, her season.
No, I don't.
I think so. Her story is going to go over several seasons.
Yes. Oh no, her season was last season. It was love doesn't have to be hard fought. That's it. Right. She's not going to be
that's her
real main.
Her storyline. Yeah.
But in terms of like the spinoff movies, I think you're right about Violet, which we are.
I'm down for.
We endorse this.
I am down for a whole. That would be perfect. Them choosing to get married, and then just how you bring your families together. And even though their families are basically grown, her youngest is about to be out there. So it's not like they're there would be in the house. But then they are, like she said, they come back and they bring people with them and spouses and kids and stuff. So it's your circle. How does a circle function now that these two people have chosen to be together? And then what is their obligation to adult children? What is their
what's their relationship?
Where are the boundaries? What do the kids think? And so that's very interesting to me.
And his story is going to be good because he has children, so we know there's more than one.
Yes, and the wife was not a love match. Remember, the wife said that,
and he was not. It didn't sound like he was real great to the wife. It sounded like he, after death, realized like, damn,
I was an asshole.
I should.
Well, they said he was a rake.
Yeah, they said. But
they also said rakes make the best husbands. I think once they settle down,
right?
Which is what the
but he wasn't settled down.
But he wasn't with the wife. So that's why we need his kids. The backstory.
Yes, his kids are not going to be. Violet's kids love her. Now she get on their nerves sometimes, but they love her. I don't think his kids are going to be that same way. I think his kids.
How
there's
dare
going
you
to
be
some
good
tension.
To her?
Yes,
and you weren't good to her mom.
And you weren't good to her mother.
It would be great. So somebody work on that, please, Shonda.
Immediately. Hopefully they started 2 years ago and we just don't know. Because they string us along for a minute.
They do. Okay, y'all. This year, a lot is going on in the world. So
it's too much.
We are Christians.
Yes.
We love you if you're not.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't bother me.
I have found so many answers in the Word, the Bible, that I thought just one little scripture every episode would just, if it's a blessing to you, yay. And if it's not, disregard.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a what would Jesus do? So just, these are some things for you to meditate on and think about. And like I said, if it blesses you, we're glad about it. But the first scripture we're going to read today is Exodus 23:9. You must not oppress foreigners. You know what it's like to be a foreigner, for you yourselves were once foreigners in the land of Egypt.
That's it.
Been a great episode.
It's been a great episode. Now you do with that what you will, loves. Thank you all for pulling up a chair and joining us for coffee. And please subscribe to Are You Free for Coffee podcast, wherever you're listening. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode and find joy in the little things.
Thanks, guys.
Till next time.